Let's go! Oh, Gino! Gino put up 3 bills today. We got one!
These niggas talking out of their neck, don't put no comfort out of your mouth. Hey, let's get it right. DOT, the $1 respect.
Just kept giving it to him today. That was a game. I love that, man. That was a game, man. That was a game. Gino coming with it. It was so good. That was so good. And that was with mistakes. That was with us not playing our best game. That was with the offensive line still making mistakes. That was with Ashton Jeanty not getting off 100% in bad weather. Gino, stop it. Oh, hey, we're worried about Gino. We don't know what we're going to get from Gino. Well, you know what you're going to get now from Gino, don't you? There is no way you can doubt that guy after that performance on the road to start the season, hostile takeover right there in Boston. Give it to us. And they couldn't do anything about it. Yes, Jim Garrison. Thornton was nice. That last catch. Come on, everyone watching this, be honest. That last catch, that was a miracle. That was a miracle. It really was. He was sliding on his butt. He had a guy all over him. Ball hits him right in the belly. That's my guy right there. Tell him, Shane. All we did was adjust and give him this business. Eric Bell, tell him. 4 sacks, and Max got screwed on that last play. Drake May fumbled that ball. That was a fumble. We're up 20-10. There was no reason to challenge it and take a chance that you lose the challenge. So for those people that were frustrated about that, including me, I was like, challenge it. But I understand why they didn't. What's up, Mark Vargas? Always there for Raider Bear. Robert's hurt and Bauer's knee. Well, you're never going to come out of every football game without somebody being, a little banged up. But with Bowers getting banged up, we still were able to move the ball with other pieces. I was impressed. For that being game 1, it looked good. It looked like you had a lot of Raiders out there that wanted to win a game for Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll just has that magic, man. I don't know why any of us ever doubt it, but Pete Carroll has got that magic, man. He just does. You could see it. The way he just smiles ear to ear the whole game, keeps going to the guys and patting them on the helmet and telling them, yes, we're going to do this. Incredible. Oh, no, Eric, we gave up 4 sacks. I get that. But at the same time, the offensive line is still a work in progress. And Jackson Powers Johnson did not play well. He gave up sacks on just basic stunts where he was completely out of his element. He had his guy in front of him. His guy stunted, and then he almost chased them. He was so out of position that when the stunt came around and came over Jackson Powers Johnson's left shoulder, he couldn't even get back enough to just shove the guy and, you know, throw him off his rhythm before he could get to the sack. And he's got to be better than that. I would argue that Laki Tassi probably would have played better there. As green as he is, he's looked good. Yeah, Jim, you know, honestly, I think we're going to be more than okay. More than okay. Gino left a lot out there today. There was even the play on 4th down where he broke left. It was perfect. He snapped the ball. He gave a little fake to Genty. Then he ran behind Genty just for that extra little cushion, couple seconds. And then he threw back across his body to to Michael Mayer. Now, I know you guys all saw that, but on the sidelines, Thornton was actually wide. I think it was Thornton. It was either Thornton or Meyer, but one of our bigger wide receivers was wide open. But again, that meant you had multiple options to get the first down on that play. That was huge. That was huge. Let's go, Raiders! Ramon Gallegos. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. That's right. We put these butts in them today. The only thing that sucked was that the Steelers won. I was going to give Tim and Peggy the business today, but they got one too. Challenge. Corinna, that's why we were separated at birth, girl. You are my sister, because I swear to you, I was doing the same thing. Every time they showed Max going, do it. I'm like, yes, do it. Yes. You know, honestly, Shane, Mayer did step up today, but did he step up, or is this what we've been waiting for from him? I think that was always there with Mayer, and we'll never really know 100 what was going on in his head. But when we first got him, he wasn't there. There was stuff going on in his personal life. There was stuff going on with him, and he wasn't all there. And we came within a whisker of trading that guy. And God forbid, God thank you that we didn't, you know what I mean? Because he had a hell of a game today. And before we say it, because everybody's quietly saying, hey, Mayer had a nice game. And then we're quietly saying, hey, Brock Bauer was nice. You know, banged up his knee a little bit, but he had a great game. Isn't that the 2 tight end set that we just put on the people that made up that 2 tight end set? Well, I mean, the Patriots didn't make the 2 tight end set, but they kind of made it famous with that run they had with our minority owner and those big, fast, athletic tight ends they had. And guess what we saw today? Big, athletic tight ends today making plays. I was dying. And the Trey Tucker touchdown, the first score of the season, a slant bomb to Trey Tucker. As soon as I saw that, I looked at Mama Bear and I went, we might be as good as we think. That Trey Tucker route. I mean, don't get me wrong. I realize the Patriots blew a defense there, but the route recognition is their problem. They made a mistake. Trey Tucker ran a perfect route. They were confused, didn't know if he was running a stop and go or a post or whatever. They were confused as to who was supposed to pick him up. And all it took was that split second, because the guy they had that was supposed to pick him up wasn't out of position. He just didn't realize who his guy was, and Tucker just blew right by him. But the throw, the catch, perfect. And most of you who know football, you know that when you've got a guy wide open like that, sometimes it's even harder to hit that guy, because you feel pressure as the quarterback in that split second where, geez, he's wide open. I got to put this on him. I can't lead him too far and have him step out of bounds. Can't throw it too short. Let the DB catch up. Perfect throw. No pressure on Gino. Perfect throw. Didn't hesitate. Didn't blink. Soon as he saw it, he let it go. That was a fantastic sign of things to come, and the confidence that's going to give Geno Smith, realizing that Chip Kelly went, hey, man, we're going to go. And for those of you who don't know, I'm letting you know on a secret here. They went heavy formation passing on first down almost the whole game. So we were looking at their defense showing them a running look with a heavy offensive line, a heavy package in their personnel, and then we play action through out of it, or just flat out threw out of it without play action. And they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know what to do with it. And for those that were a little bummed that Ashton Ginty didn't really get off today, remember, we weren't focusing on Ashton Ginty at all. The focus on Chip Kelly was, this team is going to be able, we're going to be able to exploit this team with the pass. Maybe not so much the run. They're a solid defense. Their coach, Vrabel, is a solid defensive guy, a solid defensive coach. That's his pedigree. And they just weren't able to get it done today. But Vrabel made the Patriots look better than I thought they were going to look today. I really thought we were going to win, but I thought we were going to put at least another score or two on them. Eric Bell met Rhino yesterday, and the nation was awesome. The people I met. Nice. Way to go, Eric Bell. And yes, Rhino's good people. That's my little brother. The offense has potential, and the offensive line still needs some work, especially on the running game. Yes, there's stuff that definitely needs to get worked on. S.A. Big Dog, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. No, he didn't. I agree. But the second half, the adjustments we made defensively, Vrabel had no answer. Eric, that's a great point. And yes, he had no answer for what we were doing later on in the game. They showed Raging Raider Rhino and Raider Wolf on TV today during the game, right? Oh, they travel. That's our Raider presence everywhere. John Swayze, Raiders! We need more running game, and online. The O-line needs to play better and just win, baby. Troy, no argument there, but I don't really feel like they were trying to feature Ginty today. It was really mostly just put it up in the air, and I was really enjoying that. Remember, consider a subscription to Raider Bear Family Page. We're actually on Patreon now as well. So if you'd like to contribute through Patreon, you can do that. Some people don't like giving money to Facebook because you guys know I split a percentage with them. I don't have any problem with that. If you want to, look for me on Patreon, Raider Bear Family Page. Also, check out my headquarters store. We just put it up for the first time. It's only been up for about 4 or 5 days, and I've already made 4 or 5 new drops on my Raider Bear Family store. That's right. You can find discount hats, discount gear, all sorts of knickknack stuff that you can hang on the wall, games. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Beanies. I even got some of the cool colorway hats on my Raider Bear Family store. Check it out. A lot of cool gear in there. You will not be disappointed. What's up? Great way to kick off the season with a win. What's up, Jerry McCrary? Jesse Parker, my fashion designer. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey's hit there at the end of the game was impressive. Play action on first down killed the Pats all day. Myers today played pissed off. Agreed. D. White played awesome today. Okay, now we just wanted to get Devin White. People thought he was too old. Everyone, don't forget what we are. We're the Raiders. Okay, we find guys that the league disrespects. We find guys that the league says, you ain't got it anymore. How about Jamal Adams today? It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Lexi Granado, what's up? Welcome to the show, Lexi. Jonathan Joseph Fernandez. Good to see our secondary adjust in the second half. Palomau. Yes, the defense was on lock. Nice interception. No, that was definitely a fumble, Jesse Parker, on Drake May. And I felt bad that they didn't go with Max, but with the lead we had, it wasn't going to happen. It looked much tighter. Good coaching on both sides, and the W on to LA. My guy, Winchy. What's up, Winchy? Welcome to the show. Winchy, you got to go see my superstore. It's dope. Raider Bear Family. I finally did it. Kevin Woke, what's up? Wolverine, don't worry about that, Wolverine. Ginty is going to get his opportunities. Remember, what you saw from him was mostly running into a box, playing the run, when we were just trying to eat clock and, get off the field. There were a lot of plays there that he'll be, in our next game against LA, we'll see more of Genty. Yeah, Nate Smith, you're going to see early mistakes. It's game one, you know what I mean? But to play that well, to stay with the Patriots on the road. I know the Patriots are not a great team, but they are a good team. They're at home, and they do have a very solid coach. That defense was ready to go, and we still gave them this business. Seeing Plunkett yesterday was awesome. Oh, wow. Eric Bell, you had a day. Genty would have had that first down if he hadn't slipped. Well, okay, Jesse, we all think Ashton Genty could be a great running back. Do you often see great running backs trip off of their own feet? Yeah, I know it's game one. I know it's early on in his career, super baby early on in his career, but I didn't like seeing that. Nobody tripped him up. It wasn't because the ground was wet. It was none of that. That looked to me like nervous jitters. Now, I don't mind that. It's just game one. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Ashton Genty at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying you don't see great players do that. You just don't. You don't see great players trip over their own feet. You just don't. We didn't see Bo Jackson do that. We didn't see Ray Allen do that. Now, it's unfair to compare him to those guys, but he's a tremendously high first-round pick, first running back off the board, and touted as the most complete running back coming out of that entire draft. So I want more. Even if he'd only got a yard or two on that play, fine. I mean, we saw him do that. There were a couple carries where he went right up the middle and got 4 or 5 yards. So he looks tough. He looks big. He looks strong. The package is there, but tripping over your own feet, I'm worried just a little. Raider Joe, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. That pass interference call was straight BS. Yeah, I completely agree. Jonathan Joseph Fernandez, I completely agree. Definitely need to improve our run blocking, but I was never convinced we were a run-first team, 362 passing yards later. You know, honestly, that might be a sign of things to come, that we are going to be a throwing offense that mixes Genty in and out of the game. But I don't feel like Genty is going to be that all the time. There are going to be games where he gets 128 yards and a touch, and we win because of him. I believe that still. Yeah, the linebackers looked really solid, Ramon. Considering how much concern we had there, they looked real good. How much of a difference do you think the outcome would have been if Christian Gonzalez would have played? I don't think there really would have been too much of a difference. I just think that we would have went away from him a little bit more. I think the game would have looked exactly the same. We would have just went away from him. Corinna, I don't really have a word on any of the guys that went down just yet, other than to say I don't think any of it was a serious injury. Michael Guerrero. I'll let the audience read that one. Naked Raider in the house, all fired up in nothing but his socks. All right, I read it. It'll be fine. The turf was wet. You know, Thomari Bolo Winslow, welcome to the show. Great comment. I would agree with you. I could be completely overlooking that. I just don't remember in my mind too many times where an elite running back did that. I think that's the first win in Gillette Stadium in 30 years. Devin White was phenomenal. Love what I was seeing in Gino, and we beat Mick Dumbass in his house. It's a good day. Sherry Abstender said it best. Richard Nunez, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Nice to see the second half adjustment. Going feel good to sleep well, go to work with a swag in my walk. Chin up, chest high, Jonathan. That was a fumble. Raider Joe. We Joe's got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Raider Joe. J-O-E. Keep it together. The D-line looked a little lackluster today. There were times where we could not get through their offensive line. I agree with that. But at the same time, again, we have to take every observation with a little bit of salt and say to ourselves, this is game one. So see, even everything I'm saying, guys, it's game one. We can't get too over the top about game one. Now, we can about the fact that it was a win, but I mean, with the nitpicking, we don't want to nitpick too much. Even the interception from Gino, you know what I mean? 360 yards. I'll take the 360 and one pick and a touchdown. I'll take that. If that's how he's going to win games, being reckless once in a while, gets an interception, but then puts up almost 400 yards and a touch, I'm cool with that. When have we ever wanted a Raider quarterback that was perfect? When have we ever had a Raider quarterback where we focus on his stats? We've never done that. I often famously make the point. How many of you right now could say how many lifetime yards Ken Stabler finished with, right? Or Plunkett. How many of you can say how many yards and touchdowns Plunkett finished with? I can't. I don't know. And you know why? Because I don't care. They're Zeus. They're Poseidon. They're on Mount Olympus already. What do I need to see their stats for? I already know they're gods of football. So we don't focus on that. How many yards did Bo Jackson finish with? How many touchdowns? You don't know? Neither do I. And that's not out of a lack of love. Woo! Raiders! Because I don't care. John. John, say it again. John Souza, and I quote, I don't know, and I don't give a rat's ass. I never cuss on my show. That tells you how excited I am about this win. In Gino, I trust like it's cash. Yeah, no, the Gino pick wasn't his fault. I'm just simply saying he had a pick. You know what I mean? We can nitpick about it and say, you know, this one thing or that. I don't care. I don't care how he got it. I don't care how it happened. I don't care. After you go nearly 400 yards in the touch, you know what I mean? You can survive one interception with 360 plus yards in a touch. I'll take that. So if we're going to get that from him every weekend, yes, sir. McFadden tripped on his feet all the time. All right, Glenn Ford, you got me on that one. That's just the Raider way. Just win, baby. Armando Medrano said it well all day, brother. The LA Chumps are next. And Devontae Adams. You remember how you said you wanted to get the hell out of here? You remember how you wanted to go to the Jets and be a bum with your bum best friend? And now you're on a bum team, the silly Rams that nobody wanted. Everyone in LA, and I mean everyone, put foots in ya. Everyone in LA wanted this and this and that. And you got none of it. You got blue and yellow. Sorry, we'll pass. Raider Nation. James Quan Woodley, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I was yelling, Raiders! To my neighbor, I thought I fell. I'm still recovering from my surgery. I had to remind her, it's football season. That's right. Any one of you, and I mean any one of you, you better show the toughness that my girl Corinna Trujillo showed today, because she's right out of the hospital. Woo! And telling everybody anyway, what's up with this without missing a beat. Sick, surgery, Raiders. Right? Thornton, man, hey, look, man, that catch, you could argue if he had done that like week 5 or 6 and made that catch, we would be saying that might be his best catch of the season. It could end up still being his best catch as far as crucial moment, tough catch, defense all over you in a huge moment where you needed that first down to keep the pressure and the momentum. We already knew we had something special in that kid, but we got to see it today. No more talk. Thornton is legit. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Listen, I had to come on. I had to say congratulations. Great win, Raider Nation. Las Vegas Raiders. Things are looking beautiful. Oh, and we've got a report. Gary Zaccardi Jr. said that Bowers just said he's fine. His knee is cool. So we're good. Dominic Cliver. We're going out on Dominic Cliver. Sorry, Dominic. I didn't mean to mispronounce your last name. I'm too excited. Fucking Raiders! I love you all. Like and subscribe. YouTube. Check me out. Raider Bear on Facebook. My YouTube, my headquarters, my Raider Nation store. Go check me out. Raider Bear family page. See you next weekend. Raider Bear. Peace.